did we learn?
Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Renee, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed.
She looks dead inside. Let's talk about that first. She looks like she gonna kill this Negro.
Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women.
What the fuck? First of all, let's talk about sharing the last name. Do better, sir. Do book.
Outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing.
Girl, bling.
Or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took.
Hold up. Now, ladies, my strong, independent women, I don't mean to clown y'all, but wasn't y'all the same ladies like,
oh, this is a real man?
Y'all was posting everything he was talking about. Yeah, this facts and this true. We're not saying it wasn't, but you preaching, but you're not practicing. Preaching, but you're not practicing. Practice what you preach so you can preach what you practice. Listen, most people be out here selling fantasy. They out here speaking from fantasy land.
I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that.
That's like most preachers today.
Me have couple, I'm afraid.
Alright, just a little bit more.
Amount of time, or any length of time to any extent, and think that I can't be held accountable. You know, the same way that I preach, you know, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions.
Y'all saw that look? She looked like, oh yeah, nigga, that's your ass.
Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She did.
No. You don't love me.
It's her attitude. I can't make it past the first 2 minutes. This lady look like she about to kill him, or because the video's already up, he's dead. R.I.P.
The next person didn't make me, no friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised or what trauma or whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bed and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no
She is so delicate. I love her.
justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, you know, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, and how he presented himself, and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on, and this was with me being completely removed from his life, and him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate these things that led up to the catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time.
This is the true meaning of a relationship. At the end of the day, when you get in a relationship, there's a high chance that somebody's going to slip up and fuck up. What really makes a relationship is depending on what you do past that point. The biggest things that people need in a relationship are two things: forgiveness and awareness.
Me have couple, I'm a friend. A top scam, a grab card. What make you think we got sad?